Hi guys, bit of an update for you, let you know how things are going. Carrots are doing okay-ish. Got one or two that are coming nice. Second sowing, some of them didn't germinate, but we've had that all year, to be honest. We've not had a lot of great success with germination. A few cherries, a few apples and bits and bobs on the trees. Strawberries have done really well this year so far. Doing really well. There's some of those. But yeah, doing really well this year. Hannah's here weeding around these potatoes, just taking the nettles out from in between that have grown up between the bags and buckets and bits and bobs and things. Go down the garden. Again, more strawberries, doing really well. Different varieties. I don't know if you can make out the blackberries. Starting to change different colour. These are massive. They're a good inch or so. So we've got loads on there, so we should get plenty of fruit off of there. Again, all the potatoes starting to flower now. Keep going through and taking the flowers off. Put goodness back into the potatoes. Going to get lots of peas now. We're picking every other day. A good tub full. Get them in the freezer. More peas coming again. Last of the peas on this row, just finishing off. Onions, finally got weeded round, and a few shallots left on there. They'll be coming out soon, those shallots. Onions are still going, still swelling. Last 2 pots of red Duke of York, doing okay. Again, this bit here is where the cabbages are going. There's some peas around the outside need to get weeded. Some beans that haven't really done anything. One of beans, again, just starting to get up a little bit. Purple pod peas at the back. There's some more normal peas down the side. Corn, all doing well. Apples, black currants, raspberries, gooseberries, all doing okay as well. Grower pen with the chickens, doing okay. So the only other bit is the polytunnel, but that hasn't changed really. We've got the tomatoes in there. Some onions. They're starting to bulb up. They're about the size of a ping pong or golf ball sort of size. So they're doing really well. Starting to get the first fruit set on the tomatoes. Again, with what we've got, we haven't got a lot of veg growing. We've got peas, corn, runner beans, onions, peas, corn, runner beans, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, shallots. We've got some cabbage, swede, cauliflower, and what else? Different type of cauliflower up the garden in trays ready to come and plant out. Got some runner beans, more runner beans up the garden waiting to come and get planted. And that's pretty much really about it. We're a little bit lacking with things that we've got for the growing in the garden. We're not having the polytunnel this year. We was a little bit lack for spacing, really. We couldn't. In previous years, we've used the spare bedroom for starting things off in, but we haven't had the opportunity to. We haven't been able to use the spare bedroom this year for starting stuff off in. So the last 2 years we've used the polytunnel. Obviously, we haven't got the polytunnel this year, so we haven't been able to use the bedroom, the spare bedroom. So it's kind of hit and miss with what we have got. We had a lot of stuff growing in the polytunnel when that went, and we lost quite a bit of stuff when the polytunnel sheet ripped and tore up on us. We lost quite a bit of seedlings and plants and bits and bobs that was already growing. So it's just a case of just make do and mend with what we've got, and hopefully this year we shall be able to get out on some pigeons, and we shall be able to trade those with a friend for some of the veg that we haven't been able to grow this year. It's not ideal. The cabbages that we've got will be going in and be having protection around them, Savoy cabbages, so once all the risk of the butterflies going, the protection will come down, and then we'll just leave those to go as they are, and we'll just harvest those through the winter pretty much, and hope that we'll get some decent cabbages that way. We haven't done so many summer cabbages because we don't really use a lot of summer cabbages, and everything else is just like I say. We're not having the polytunnel. We haven't been able to get stuff off to an early start to have things ready to plant out, and like we have had in previous years. We've had a good start on things and been able to get on and plant seeds and sow seeds and stuff into pots and trays, and get a good start on cabbages and tomatoes. And with some of the seeds, it's not just one seed supplier either. I said this in a previous video. It's not just one seed supplier that we've had problems with. It's 2 or 3, 4, 5 different. It's all of the seed suppliers that we've bought from this year that we've had pretty poor germination from, and like I say, runner beans are only just now reaching the top of the canes. Some other videos I see pictures of people local, their runner beans are up high. I don't know why ours aren't. We had really poor germination to begin with, and that's pretty much been the way this year's gone, to be fair. And it looks like it's going to have that roll-on effect that we haven't got a lot at the end of the season. We'll have plenty of potatoes. We've got 70 odd bags and tubs of potatoes, so hopefully we should get enough potatoes to store out and store for the winter, especially with the main crop, the Sarpo Mira, the Desiree, the Butte. So we should have some fairly decent main crop potatoes, which will go through till sort of September, October maybe, before we're harvesting those. The first and second earlies are just starting to flower now, so the Red Duke of York was in early, 3rd of April. We're just nearly finished harvesting those now. They've got maybe another week or so, and I think they'll be done then. So we'll be harvesting those next weekend, and we'll have those probably for dinner on the Sunday. But yeah, we're going over to raised beds this next year, and we're looking at 4 on this first wood chip bed, which is here. So we're looking at 4 beds on here, 3 beds up on the next one where the peas and the onions are. There's going to be 3 beds on there, where the potatoes are, there's going to be a bed there, and there's also going to be a bed up this side where there's some pallets up there, and that's going to be another raised bed. But the one where the potatoes are and the one where the pallets are going to be double raised, so they're going to be double high. Then we can rotate each side. One year we can grow carrots in one, the next year we grow carrots in the other, and we vice versa, just so that we're not growing carrots in the same bed each year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next year will be a little bit better, because we'll have more definition to where the beds are, and more sort of, it's not going to be as much work to get around and weed them and plant stuff in, and it just helps with crop rotation as well. It's a little bit difficult when you don't have defined beds that you can rotate your crops in, especially for people that are a little bit thick like me. You forget where you put stuff, which is where these videos do help a little bit, because you can just look back at your videos and see where things were, and you can say, well, this year that's going to be that, and that, you know, this year that's going to be that, because it was this last year. But we'll wait and see. Yeah, so hopefully next year should be a lot better. Hopefully we shall have a polytunnel cover for next year. We're going to invest in one over winter, and then we shall wait till probably February, March, maybe April time, before we start to look at fitting it, and then we'll just get on with sowing seeds in haste, really, and just sow everything that we've got and just get it out into beds, and where we've got a little bit of space, we'll just stick something in, and we'll just go from there, really, I think. So yeah, there we go, guys. I'm going to cut it there, and because then I'll be able to upload it straight from my phone. It's been a bit of a waffly one, and just a bit of a roundup, catch up and things. I am planning to do another video just touching on different areas, and pretty much show you just what's going on. I'm going to try and do a picture grab as well of Google Maps, and just sort of lay out the area and put the beds in where I want to put them on a map picture, and then I'll show you that as well, guys. So there we go, guys. Hannah's down weeding around the fruit bushes, so we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.